All right, what's up everybody? We got a few things that we need to go over at the gym because a lot of people are coming in here and because of the expansion, they're getting a little confused as to where things go and how we need to train and warm up and where to put your gear and everything like that. So I just want to shoot a quick video so we can go over that. First things first, I see people walking in with outside shoes, like wet. It's November, they've got wet shoes and they're walking right into the gym. Let's not do that because everything was pretty expensive that we got out there and we want to try to keep it nice so it's fresh for you. So if you could, take a look here. We got rubber mats. Walk your wet shoes on the rubber mats and then throw your dirty shoes into the shoe bins here and try not to stomp all over the carpeting and out into the gym with anything like that. We have our sign here that lets you know, make sure you bring extra shoes. Somebody wrote something extra on there that I don't know anything about. Then we're going to come out here and we're going to show you where we have a little walkway of carpeting down here. And that's a good spot for you to walk through so you're not getting in anyone's way. Walk alongside here, all the way to the back by the bathrooms. We've got storage racks back here. It's not fancy. That's the kind of gym it is. So set your gear here. Gives you a shot to be able to watch and make sure nobody's messing around with it. And we'll get some more storage so you can put some of your stuff in here as well. Now, the second thing I want to go over before we get into some of the equipment usage is this is not a free-for-all where you can come in and do whatever you want. This is not open gym. If you're coming in here for training, the rules are still applying to you as an athlete, or if you're a non-athlete. Wait in the office till your session starts. Once that time hits, then it's your time, and you can come out and we're going to warm up as a team. We'll warm up together and make sure it's not a crappy warm-up like I saw last night. A lot of crappy warm-ups, a lot of quick warm-ups, people warming up at all different odd times. Let's keep training as a cohesive unit so the sessions can flow better and everybody can work a little bit better. If you come in at 6:15, I'm in here working with athletes at 5 o'clock or before that or whenever you come in. Please respect the fact that I'm coaching and that's their time to train and that's their time to be coached. And I can't sit there and have a conversation with you even though I want to, but I can't talk to you until it's your session. And even then, personal conversations have to wait till we're in the office and we're hanging out. So make sure that when you come in that you understand we're here to train. We'll joke around, yeah, we'll do the normal having fun time, but at the same time, if we've got a lot of people in here, I can't have somebody come up to me and talking about something that has nothing to do with training or coaching, because somebody else needs me to be more attentive to them and help them out through their session. So come on, right here from the side, get a look. Last night we had a lot of people setting their stuff up on the inside of the rack. And that makes sense if you're gonna be doing some 400 or 500 pound squat or a bench and you need the safety spot pins, which are in the middle. But for most everyone's programming, everybody's making a smooth progression, and the only set that they're really going max effort on would be their last set. If you're an athlete of mine, or if you're doing your own programming, sure, you'll want to work in the rack, but for the people who I'm working with, we have two different sides that we can work out of. Two people could squat on the side, one person could be benching, one person could be hitting military press. All you essentially need is a squat stand or bench stand, a military press stand. There's plenty of room to deadlift all around. But if you're deadlifting and we've got room all on the back side, we've got room all along the side down there, why would you set up in the middle of the gym to deadlift? It boggles my mind. And yesterday, I understand everybody's new, so there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not trying to be a jerk, but let's make sure we're set up here on both sides so that everybody can get in and get their work done for the day. Not everybody will be squatting or benching on the same day because everybody's schedule is a little different. Moving along here. Another thing I wanted to point out is we have the long stretch of turf, not the bench, Dizzard. You gotta watch old Dizzard when she's on the camera. We've got the long stretch of turf here. That's great, right? But when we have people walking across the turf, I understand it's gonna happen for whatever reasons, grabbing jump ropes or anything like that, but make sure you're watching out for the people who are pushing sleds, because if somebody comes wheeling through on a sled and they're doing it the right way for the most part, they should have forward lean, their eyes should be down on the turf, and they shouldn't be worried about who's gonna be in their way. Now, if you step on the turf with me or Diz pushing the sled, you're going to get ran over because we're not worried about you. We ain't worried about nothing, right? All right, so be aware of your surroundings. This is the kind of gym where you're going to have barbells hanging. You're going to have chains and plates and such all over the ground. That's just the kind of place that it is. So you want to make sure that you're looking around and you're aware of your surroundings. If you're talking and gabbing and worried about the music and whatever else is going on, which was last night and it's not happening anymore, then you might get hurt. So make sure you're not doing that. Another thing is, we've got some equipment. This kind of goes along with that. This is our reverse hyper. When people are on the reverse hyper, their legs are going to be swinging up like a donkey, and they'll be kicking. So if you come walking down the side, which I saw happen last night to my buddy Bomber, she got whacked. And we don't want that to happen to anybody, but that kind of is one of those things with the new environment. You're not aware of certain movements. So just kind of think through things. Everybody who comes in here gets coached effectively and have a good understanding of the equipment. So just think a little bit while you are in here, and you'll avoid some of that. Another thing, the turf on this side does not look as good. We are ordering new turf to make it match up, but this turf is still fine to push sleds on. So not everybody has to circle up on the 35-yard, 40-yard stretch that we got here. The 20-yard stretch did us fine for 2 years. So make use of it. It's not like it's unusable. So get over here if you're going to do some sled work, or if you're making an adjustment and you see it, just think and make use of all the space we have. Another thing, I don't know what anybody's problem is with this piece. This is a yoke, and it also serves as a squat stand, so this is another rack. Don't just walk past it and look and see if everything else is taken and act like this is bad. This is a perfectly good squat. You just come around this side here, Dizzard. You're killing me. Around here. Perfectly good squat stand to set up. You could roll a bench in there. You got safety spotter arms. It's a $600-700 piece of equipment, a rack, and people turn their nose up and they go, "Oh, all the racks are taken." It boggles my mind. Hop on here, put a bench in there, put your bar in there, and you're good to go. If you're worried about being a little wobbly because it's a yoke, put some plates on the plate storage that you got around there, and then you should feel pretty comfortable. This is the only rack in the gym, the captain's rack. I don't know why it's called that, but the captain's rack is the only one that we don't use both sides out of. So this is made for only one way. And the bar that's back here, the west side bar, is the only bar that's off limits to everybody. It's a captain's bar. I really don't have a good understanding of why nobody can use it, but that's just the way it is. So watch yourself when you get over by this one. And never clean it. Make sure that always stays chalked up. Another thing is, if you're over here and you're doing dumbbell work, make sure you got enough room between the benches so that you guys aren't on top of each other. Look, we've got, 400 square feet right here of open space. You could easily fit 4 benches. There's room everywhere. If you're doing split squats, or if you're doing RDLs or something like that, go find some room so you're not right on top of everybody. We've got 6,000 square feet here. Use your head a little bit, line it up. Plate storage is all over. We should be good to go with that. And I really don't have too much else to say other than the fact that people have come late. And I also tried to extend the times and make it so that people don't come late. Make sure you're here on time. If you show up late from now on, I'm just going to shoot you right out. I don't care what they do at other gyms. I don't care what other trainers do. I am who I am, and that's how I'm going to coach. So if you come in late, I'm shooting you right out. Don't show up late. During the sessions, I've seen a lot of tea parties where people are sitting and gabbing. It's okay to have a decent time. You don't have to be mean while you work out, but you should be focused on what you're doing. If you're an athlete or some of the professional athletes that train here, and you're spending more time joking around than you are working, and I never see you really making any huge gains, you should probably forget about the talking and just focus on your work. That's all I really have for you today. I hope if you're just watching this and you're not from the gym, that you come in here and give us a try sometime. And check us out, toplinegym.com, 262-309-5550. Peace.